Yes, fight fans, body and mind sports, my people. You are fully appreciated in this round, my guys, my people. Only 6 days away now, so let's get to it and talk about this huge mega fight coming up in Las Vegas, my guys, my people, in the Allegiant Stadium in front of 70,000 fans. We are going to be having Saul Canelo Alvarez putting his undisputed 168-pound status on the line against Terence Bud Crawford, my guys, my people. What we have here are two pound for pound fighters. Canelo, pound for pound ring magazine #8, and Crawford, I think should be #1, but is listed at #3 behind Usyk and Inoue, my guys, my people. Haven't heard that. Listen, these are two of the most highly decorated athletes of their generation and regarded widely as two of the best of the generation as well. So this is most definitely a mega fight by any scale, by any stretch of the imagination. For me, the biggest fight in a decade. So this is very Mayweather Pacquiao-esque. Believe it or not, my guys. It is bigger than Fury and Usyk. It is bigger than Eubank Ben, right? You know, so make no mistakes. The fact that Canelo Crawford has an undercard lasting 3 days speaks volumes. It speaks for itself. It is a absolute mega fight, my guys, my people. But who is going to win? I've always had Crawford's, you know, side to win this, to tell you the truth, from day one, right from the inception of this fight. When it was getting a lot of pushback that time in 2024, Crawford still at 147 pounds, hasn't moved up yet, but he's beating the hell out of Errol the True Spence, right? Beating the hell out of him, right? Which was surprising in every way to many people. Beat the hell out of Errol Spence, and people were saying, so now you want Canelo Alvarez? The disparity in weight classes, that was the reason for the pushback. But the disparity now is not as bad as before. Now it's only 2 weight classes dividing them. So the mountain called Canelo just doesn't look as steep anymore. All of a sudden, looking easier. It's looking like an easier task, right? But still not easy. The weight disparity is not a myth, because Canelo is absolutely huge compared to Crawford. Canelo, who debuted in 2005 as, well, full as a welterweight, right, at the age of 15, and by the age of 19 was already a junior middleweight. Crawford didn't even make junior middleweight until his late 30s, and when Canelo was a welterweight, Crawford was at 135 pounds, 2 weight classes below. So there's always been at least 2 or 3 weight classes dividing these two fighters here. Yes, the weight disparity is a real thing. Canelo is definitely the naturally bigger man that will have to be cutting weight in this fight here. He is definitely cutting weight. Crawford is not cutting weight. He is having to put on. Depending on how you look at it, that could be an advantage to Canelo. But Crawford, you could also look at it that he could be at his you know, at his full strength, since he's closer to his walking weight and not having to cut. And his physique is looking great, in absolute phenomenal shape. Very trim and athletic, so not over bulked up, and looking very sturdy. The legs looking very strong and sturdy, my guys, my people. So maybe at his most powerful, at his strongest right now. You know, he has always carried his power up weight classes. At 147, didn't step a foot wrong. everything via KO at 147. 11 KO streak, my guys, my people. Hadn't had a fight go the distance in 8 years, and that was until he bumped into Israel Madrimov, my guys, my people, at 154. Well, he couldn't take out Madrimov, so why was he not able to stop Madrimov like he was able to do his previous opposition? I would say Majimov's perpetual upper movement was giving Crawford trouble in trying to track that movement and hit the target. So he wasn't able to land as much as his previous opponents. It was a tough fight for him, I would have to say. It was a tough fight. So I wouldn't say it was the weight class, him fighting at 154 for the first time, but rather Majimov's skill set. Styles make fights, my guys, my people. Styles make fights. But yes, this weight thing, I think it can be balanced out a little bit for Crawford, seeing that Crawford has half an inch height advantage. Really does not mean anything, to tell you the truth. So they're both very equal there, with Crawford standing at 5'8", my guys, my people. You work out the height for Canelo from that information. As for the reach, Crawford has a 3.5-inch reach advantage with a reach of 74 inches. Now that's not bad. That's very good, actually, quite significant. And just as weight, is highly regarded an advantage in boxing, and that is why the sport is divided into weight classes. Reach is also highly regarded and respected because it allows you to have major advantage in trying to gain control or of distance, trying to control distance, the jab, right? If you're trying to gain advantage in jabbing, and control of range. And so Crawford, with these advantages in reach and maybe height as well, I wouldn't put too much stock on height, but in terms of reach, it is the wrong advantage to give him, boy, because he knows how to control distance and range very well. This is a top elite fighter, often compared to Mayweather. How is that? For elite, my guys, my people. Yeah, so is the wrong fighter to give that reach advantage to, because Crawford is a great jabber as well, and I think he's going to be beating Canelo to the jab and be using that distance very well in this fight, although I don't see him running. Ultimately, the difficulty I think Canelo will find trying to close distance will be made worse by the fact that he's got very slow feet compared to Crawford's very fast feet, very good footwork. Canelo's got good footwork as well, but they just stuck in the mud, those legs of his. And he will suffer trying to close distance, like it did versus Floyd, like it did versus Lara, with Bivol at times. And in those fights, at times, found lunging to make up, And if he does that with Crawford, who is a great counter puncher, great with the catch and shoot, it could catch him in no man's land with a break hand. And who knows? Can Canelo take his power? Can Canelo take Crawford's power? I have every faith that he will be able to. Canelo, now this is where durability comes in. Canelo, can he take a beating? What if Crawford is able to beat him with speed and put a beating on him, like how Justice Rooney was putting a beating on Fabio Wardley, if you guys remember that fight in the heavyweight division? Yeah, I think Canelo will be able to take a beating. He took a beating from Floyd, took a beating at the hands of Bivol, who is a much bigger fighter, and it didn't put a dent on him. That coupled up with the fact he has an ironclad chin. He has taken flush shots from Gennady Golovkin. The first fight, the second fight, and that is one of the hardest hitting middleweights in the history of the sport, if not the hardest hitting, you know. So didn't put a dent on him. I think he was hurt, but he knows how to cope with it very well. I think he'll be able to take shots from Crawford. Crawford, if he stands a chance of even taking out Canelo, I don't think it would be to the chin, my guys, my people. Maybe to the body. Crawford is a prolific body puncher, inside fighter. Can Canelo take those shots? I've never seen him weak to the body, but never seen any signs that he's weak to the body, but never really seen anybody attack the body consistently with Canelo either. In his fight with Floyd did target the body quite often, but it was not consistent. And Crawford is a habitual body puncher. look at the Madrimov fight. That is how he regained control in the fight, you know, targeting Madrimov's body. And if he's able to slow down Canelo, who is slow already, even more, we know what body punches do. They slow down the legs, right? Listen, Crawford hits much harder than Floyd. Let's put it that way. He could slow down Canelo even more than how he is already, you know, and leave him a sitting duck. But can he take the beating? He can surely take the beating. He can surely take the beating. And I don't think Crawford will be able to knock him out. But like I said earlier on, I don't think this is going to be a running game. It's not going to be a Tom and Jerry game. This is going to be Tom and Tom. These are two aggressive fighters. And I think Canelo is going to meet his match in aggression at times, because Crawford, I don't think, will always be able to stand with Canelo, because I don't ask any questions about Canelo's chin. But Crawford, he was momentarily buzzed by Gamboa. The controversy about the knockdown with Kavaliuskis in their fight, I don't think that was a knockdown, because Crawford already had a hold of Kavaliuskis, and Kavaliuskis sort of kind of bundled him down, punching over the top of the back of his head. So yeah, if anything, illegal punches there, if you ask me. So I wouldn't say that was a knockdown or a question about his chin. He's been able to take shots from bigger fighters. Spence. Who else? Madrimov, right? So yeah, Spence can punch. Spence can punch, my guys, my people. Madrimov, he can punch. Look what he did to Ortiz's face. Yes, Ortiz beat him, but Ortiz looked worse off, you know. So he can definitely punch, you know. And the fact that Crawford's face looked hardly scratched, had a nick, you know, to his right eye, I believe, but other than that, nothing drastic, you know. So that goes to show you he's pretty elusive as well. And Crawford, if he's looking to engage with Canelo, that elusiveness, he's going to need it. Much as I admire his defensive prowess, he still gets hit often. So the big question is, can he take a big punch from Canelo? Can he take a big punch from Canelo? Boy, oh boy. yeah, I think he can. I think he'll be able to hold up, and I reckon he gets hit often by guys bigger than him, guys that can punch. We have Lester Martinez, a natural 168 pounder in Crawford's camp. You know, part of his team. You know, also trained by Bomac. We also got Steve Nelson, a natural 168 pounder, gave Diego Pacheco, a top 168 pounder, a run for his money. So he's got two natural 168 pounders there to, you know, put that chin into test in training. So I'm sure he's been tested a lot. I think his chin will be able to hold up, my guys, my people. But if it doesn't, and anybody's going to get knocked out, I think it's more likely to be Crawford, but I don't think he will get knocked out. I just believe fully that he will win, because the advantages, other than the weight, is all stacked in his favor. Everything is stacked in his favor. Fight IQ, you name it, my guys, my people. Crawford has it. Canelo, he will be ready as well, especially as he has been getting real valuable sparring from Jerron Bruce Ennis, my guys, my people, who is a switch hitter. Very much like Crawford, he is very fast, great ring IQ, ring generalship, very powerful, my guys. And yeah, except that he's bigger than Crawford. Ennis, who started his career at 147. Crawford started at 135. So we are having a Crawford 2.0 in terms of size. In terms of size, my guys, my people. That switch hitting style of Ennis should give Canelo a good early insight as to what he should expect come fight night with Crawford. The speed of Ennis should keep Canelo's reaction time, his reflexes, ship sharp. Ship sharp, my guys, my people. So yeah, Crawford, though, in his southpaw stance, he needs to watch out for shots coming from the right hand side. Majumov at times was able to hit him at will with Crawford in his southpaw stance via well, with the straight right. So Crawford has to look out. He can't afford to get hit by Canelo with the straight right. And Crawford at times also open to the left hook, and these are Canelo's favorite shots. He's known for his hooks and his body attacks, you know. So his favorite combinations are jab, right hook to the body, or straight right, left hook, you know, but he throws them very wide. So Crawford could in fact have the opportunity to catch and shoot. He is the catch and shoot master, my guys, my people. Yeah, so there's just too much stacking up against Canelo here. A few things stacking up against Crawford as well, especially the weight. But other than that, not much more. So I got him winning. I don't think he's going to take out Canelo. At the same time, I don't think Canelo will land enough to win and to knock out Crawford. So I think Crawford wins via unanimous decision on this one, and he keeps his undefeated record, which stands at 41-0 and 31 KOs. Canelo, on the other hand, will get one more loss on his record, I reckon. You know, his record, which currently stands at 63 wins, 2 losses, 2 draws, and 39 via KO, my guys, my people. He will be losing his undisputed status come the 13th of September, I think. And Crawford will become 3 times undisputed in 3 different weight classes and a 5-division champ, my guys, my people. You know what, my people? What I truly admire about these 2 fighters, Canelo and Crawford. Canelo and Crawford have been with their coach since day 1. Canelo been with Eddie Reynoso since he was age 15. When he started his pro debut. So we're talking at least 20 years in the making, my guys, my people. Crawford been with Bomac since he started learning how to box. So from around what 8, 9 years old, we're talking about a good 29, 30 years. 3 decades. 3 decades in the making, my guys, my people. This is the stuff of legends. You know, this is the type of connection that is so deeply rooted. You call this family. We are connected. You know, we are one. The type of stuff that keeps a fighter stable, a trainer stable, a team stable, and keeps it successful for a long, long time. This is the stuff of legends, like I said. You know, and Canelo Crawford, this fight here is 30 years in the making in Crawford versus 20 years in the making, my guys, my people. Let's get it. Let's get it. And with that said, that's all I have for you on this one. Before you leave, do like, do share, subscribe. Of course, drop your comments below, my guys, my people. And as always, stay super blessed and thank you very much, my guys, my people.